Hi, I'm recording my commentary this week from the road. I'm traveling for this coming week, so I'm already at the lobby of some hotel with a crappy looking window behind me. But anyway, this is my commentary to Lecture 11 on sustainability modeling, and we're looking this week at a model of food production. This model is quite interesting because it approaches the subject of a vegetarian-based diet versus a livestock-based diet, and illustrates the trade-offs that are involved, and not only in the competition of these two sources of food, but also on the fact that you grow vegetables to feed the livestock that ultimately feeds humans, but you also have a vegetable as a direct source of food for humans. And of course, growing vegetables and growing actually livestock both use land resources in different ways. So there's a number of trade-offs that are quite interesting. The model has kind of a simple formulation. There's no complex mathematical formulas. The formulation of the model is pretty straightforward. However, because of the complexity of all these issues, there are lots of variables involved, lots of interactions. So what I want you to do is really take a close look at all the interactions and all the variables and how they relate to each other, and try to understand the logic behind it. It's not trivial, and as you see, when these models start getting more and more complexity, it's not so much the math that gets to you, it's actually the logic behind the model. So I really want you to focus on that. Go through it and post any questions, impressions that you have on our discussion page, so that we can share those. And I know I'm repeating myself, but I want to see that discussion going on. And so we're doing some good things, and there's some fine examples already in the discussion board. I want to see more of that in this sort of a participatory class model. So I'll leave you with that model for your perusal, and feel free to ask any questions. Have some bookkeeping issues. I have my list here as usual. Some of you have been asking me about the midterm, and I'm about done with grading the papers. And the way I do it's typically, I don't grade on an absolute scale. I really look at all the papers and the effort and the insights that are offered in all of them, and then I sort of look at grading as a group, and that's how I do it. It takes me a little bit longer because I have to sort of go through several rounds of looking at them and try to look at levels of detail and levels of effort. So I'm about done, and you should be receiving a graded paper back in your individual Dropbox later this week. So the week that starts tomorrow, and today it's Sunday, the 31st of March. Just so you know, so the week of April 1st, you'll be getting that in your boxes. Let's see. For the final paper, some of you have been asking me what's the right scope, and I think the description of the assignment in the written description is fairly clearly enough. I think I can probably summarize it in two things: having a working Venn model that's well parameterized, that runs, that produces results that are they have no errors in them. So the units and everything, those things need to be checked. And the second one is that I really want to see some analysis of results, the kind of things that we've been doing with the models in class. And I don't expect the level of the model you develop to be as sophisticated as the more complex models that we've been seeing. And I've made the point to mention in the Lecture 11 video that models of this complexity are not developed by a single individual. These are developed by groups of people with several areas of expertise, and that's why the models can be so rich and so complex. For your case, because the models are individual, I expect a simpler model, but I do expect an in-depth level of analysis. And it will be graded exactly the same way as the midterm. I'll look at the entire group, and the better grades are going to go to the people that put the most effort into doing analysis and developing the model. So that's how I'm going to grade it, and that's sort of my philosophy of grading, within a group. I think that's pretty much it. I'll leave it at that. Enjoy the lecture and the video. Enjoy the week. If you have any questions, you can post them on our Facebook page. Email me. It's been working fine, and have a good week. Okay, take care.